Is the United States border as secure as we believe? More critically, is this surge of migration a planned event? A wave of concern is washing over the world as we wrestle with these questions. They provoke a deep examination of the current U.S. border situation and the escalating migration crisis. Are we observing a simple chain of events, or is there a hidden agenda directing this mass influx? Could this migration be a tactic used by the rich to depress wages and destabilize our economy? The potential negative impacts on the U.S. economy and social structure cannot be underestimated. As we delve deeper into these questions, let's unmask the truth behind the consequences of this situation. Migration has always been a contentious issue, especially considering the security risks and strains on public resources associated with it. The recent surge at the U.S. southern border has brought this issue to the forefront of national attention. This surge isn't just about people seeking better opportunities, it's a vortex of complex factors, resulting in what is now termed as the migration crisis. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador recently proposed a migration agreement. The agreement suggests a simple yet ambitious idea where Central American migrants and Mexicans would work on reforestation projects in Mexico for 3 years. In return, they would receive a 6-month U.S. work visa and a chance to apply for U.S. citizenship. This initiative seeks to confront both the migration crisis and environmental issues. However, it is not devoid of its challenges. Balancing environmental sustainability with the immediate needs of migrants is a high-wire act that demands careful planning and execution. As we move north, we encounter another aspect of this migration crisis, the predicament of Venezuelan migrants. There are potential security threats associated with unchecked immigration, such as criminal activity and the strain on public resources from healthcare to education. The U.S. recently expanded Title 42 and introduced a new program allowing some Venezuelan migrants to apply to arrive at U.S. ports of entry by air. But this new clause disqualifies northbound migrants entering Panama or Mexico illegally. This leaves many unable to afford travel and stranded in limbo. Critics, including Venezuelan opposition members and humanitarian organizations, argue for more legal permits and against expulsions under Title 42. The complexity lies in balancing the humanitarian needs of migrants seeking refuge with the security concerns and resource limitations of the host countries. The situation is intricate and multidimensional, demanding immediate attention and action. But there's an engaging question that is incredibly pressing. Could this mass migration be a calculated act aimed at undermining national security and economic stability? Now let's explore the realm of conspiracy theories. Some propose that this mass migration is not just a result of socio-political conditions, but a premeditated act. The supposed perpetrators? Entities that might gain from the destabilization of nations, both economically and security-wise. Let's ponder the arguments supporting this theory. It's common knowledge that mass migration can create tension and instability, especially when it comes to national security and economy. This chain of events could theoretically benefit those who aim to destabilize a country for their own gains. But is this a calculated act, a concerted effort by certain powerful entities to orchestrate a mass migration to undermine national security and economic stability? That's a serious accusation, demanding substantial evidence. On the other hand, let's look at the evidence contradicting this theory. The migration crisis is a multifaceted issue, deeply rooted in elements such as political instability, economic struggle, and climate change. These large-scale global problems that are beyond the control of even the most influential entities. Moreover, this theory assumes that all powerful entities would benefit from national destabilization, but not all entities have an interest in causing mayhem. Furthermore, this theory neglects the potential backlash of mass migration. Widespread dissent, political retaliation, and possible economic instability could counterbalance any potential benefits of destabilization. Would these entities really hazard such a chaotic outcome for the potential of destabilization? The theory is, but it certainly has its holes. Like any conspiracy theory, it's based on a grain of truth. In this case, the fact that mass migration can cause national instability. But to jump from this fact to a grand conspiracy of hidden power players is a bold move, one that requires meticulous scrutiny of evidence and critical thinking. While it's tempting to get sucked into conspiracy theories, it's vital to base our understanding on facts and holistic analysis. And if these intentions are deliberate, who could be the puppet masters orchestrating the events? Let's unpack this captivating notion. If we consider the possibility that this mass movement of people is a deliberate act, then who would reap the rewards? One potential culprit could be political factions. We've observed how migration can be a potent weapon for shaping societal sentiments and directing policies. A wave of immigrants can act as a rallying point for specific factions, supporting their narrative and strengthening their support base. However, it's vital to understand that such manipulative tactics, if they are indeed in play, would be concealed under multiple layers of political maneuvering and discourse. Shifting the spotlight, we should also scrutinize the role of international forces. Could they be masterminding a migration crisis to destabilize another nation, or perhaps to distract from their own domestic problems? Again, it's an enticing conjecture, but one that demands significant substantiation. In the intricate fabric of geopolitics, nothing is ever as simple as it first appears. The dynamics are multifaceted, the motivations are layered, and the truth is often shrouded in a maelstrom of misdirection and uncertainty. However, this should not deter us from probing deeper or asking challenging questions. The concept of puppet masters is intriguing, yet without considerable evidence, it remains a speculative notion. As we delve deeper into this issue, let's maintain an open mind, a methodical approach, and an unyielding dedication to unearthing the truth. As we traverse this intricate issue, we must prioritize truth and comprehension. It's effortless to be swayed by the swelling tide of disinformation and political posturing, yet it's incumbent on us to scrutinize, evaluate, and challenge what we're presented with. It's not solely about affirming or dismissing a hypothesis. It's about cultivating a dialogue, a discourse, potent enough to guide us to the crux of the situation. Let's prolong this exchange. Share your insights, your viewpoints. Leave a remark below. Do you perceive a superior force orchestrating events, or is this all merely a chance occurrence? Crucial issues like the migration crisis call for our focus. We must also remember what groups stand to gain from the division and the scapegoating of immigrants. And decisive action. We must stay alert and take initiative in the pursuit of truth, no matter where it directs us. As we discuss the migration crisis, your engagement is especially crucial. We urge you to consider the implications of immigration policies and the need for stronger border control measures. It's time to demand change, to insist on stricter immigration regulations for the safety and security of our countries. Let's start this crucial conversation about strengthening our borders and helping those in need in our country, like our veterans, people of color, women, homeless people, instead of handing out debit cards to foreigners who are not citizens of this country. We must also focus on those people who immigrated 20 or 30 years ago, who have been waiting to become citizens. We must give priority to those people over alleged asylum seekers who are used as political footballs to antagonize countries whose ideology we do not share. In a line at the grocery store, everyone waits their turn, and with immigration, it should be no different. You wouldn't let a stranger cut you off at the grocery store or the bank line? So why should other people be given preference over other law-abiding immigrants who have followed the rules and immigrated legally? Will you join us in this call to action? Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video if you found it enlightening and useful.